let's share this link. Alright, there we go. Okay, we should be able to start now. Oh, let me share the story.
Yeah.
Oh, give me a second. Share. Oh, here we go.
What's going on?
Okay. Okay, well, since you're just getting up, I guess I'll start.
Yeah, that's okay. Thank you.
Okay, let's see here. Okay, I think we finished this page that has a picture on it.
Yeah, I think that's the one.
Because I don't think I bookmarked it properly, so I actually get to go back to our last live stream and see, and the last thing I saw was this picture. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, they were just talking about how Caesar trained underwater. Yeah.
This guy's being silly.
Okay. Here we go. Renee. Red Knight, I challenge you to a Pokemon battle. What? Ian exclaimed. Danny, are you insane? The fact there's not a comma there is bothering me. Your Pokemon will get massacred, Susan warned. Maybe, but I just want to see Red Knight's abilities. It's like, oh, my Pokemon will be massacred? Oh, well, that's just the cost I have to pay, I guess, to see this.
From his dad. He probably got it from his
I just want to see Red Knight's abilities. Danny's challenge.
And the Pokemon are just going to be like, oh, not again.
No, we're gonna die. We're all gonna die. We're all gonna die. We're all at his mercy. Okay, let's see. Danny's challenge took Red Knight out of her meditation, and she got into a fighting pose. Alright, I'll start with Dratini. Oh, that's right. This is the file that I painstakingly had to put all the quotes back in. Ugh, that took forever. Yikes.
The Dratini was like, wait, why me though?
Alright, I'll start with Dratini. Dratini's like, I'm going to get destroyed by this thing. Red Knight's claws look like they were charged with electricity. Wait, it doesn't have no lightning moves though. But whatever. Look out! She's using her metal claw attack. Alicia warned. Dratini, agility! Dratini vanished and began hopping from place to place. Red Knight seemed to be playing follow the leader, and she started doing the same. Just great. Now Red Knight is using her agility too. Both Pokemon were vanishing from place to place like jets. Dratini, there's only one way we can win this. Hit Red Knight with your Ultra Beam. Oh damn! It's just bringing out the big guns right at the start. Dratini patiently waited.
She was like, wait, already?
Dratini patiently waited for the right time to attack, and as Red Knight touched the ground, its Ultra Beam went straight for her. A monstrous explosion surrounded the steel bug and made her disappear inside it. No Pokemon could fathom that attack. I'm not sure if that's the right word for that, but whatever. Withstand. I'm going to go with withstand instead.
Yeah. That Seadra from the last battle was one of those things that got withstand, but it was like, I'm alive, I think, and then got knocked off by Dratini, who was so angry at it. You're supposed to be dead. Red Knight is like, oh, okay. Okay, you got 10 of those guys coming to me. Those ones. Dude, I suddenly remember a meme, you know, that one with somebody was throwing things. I was like, random BS gold, that one. It's Danny doing the thing. It's like, random Pokemon's go. Well, where were you anyways? Where's the revival crystal? Dang. He really got that from his parents, seriously. Do you do you think do you think that you got a do you think that you got to maybe make it into italics so that you do you think that you should do, do you think that you should do you think that you should get italics when you are doing internal thoughts because that would be easier? I have read enough fanfics to see them using italic, italicized O. Okay, I think I can do it. I think I can do it. This first Cyclops now. a white cloud coming from Deceiver, came from Deceiver entered. Red Knight and entered Red Knight and returned back to Deceiver. Red Knight slammed his two claws down onto Deceiver, but the only thing hit was air. Everyone looked above, saw Deceiver 25 feet above them. How in the world did Deceiver got all the way up there that fast? Ollie pondered. Ah, I see what you did now, Danny, Ian said, staring at his two Pokemon. Psychic copies the status changes the Pokemon and makes them the same copies that the same copy on the Pokemon using it. Very clever move, if I do say so myself. Red Knight charged his claws up and leered at Deceiver. It was a direct challenge. Let's finish this one off, Deceiver. Shadow Ball. Deceiver swooped to the ground and began rushing towards its opponent. Hey, remember that you got lots of we got lots of alpha Pokemons from Arceus. They're ladies, surprisingly. And they are ladies. They are all ladies. Well, almost all of them are ladies. With a black shadow ball in front of itself. Redknight began moving as well at high speed as well, and once both went their maximum speed, the result was disastrous. In a split second, sorry. In a split second, the two met, but Red Knight accidentally ran past Deceiver, missing the chance to return. Oops. Deceiver, however, spun around and sent a shadow ball out so fast that it was seen as a dark ray. The fastball hit Red Knight and, like her weight was that of a mere feather, propelled her backwards several yards. She moved with so much momentum that when she crashed into a tree, it never turned from the ground. Oh, that's well. Red Knight was without any doubt the loser of this battle, lying limp by the tree, but the collision alone was not the cause of her loss. Deceiver's shadow ball was made out of so much power that it greatly bruised. I think that you should type something like that. Bruised Red Knight's chest. Everyone was convinced that Danny's victory except Red Knight. She used her last a small amount of energy to get up and raise her claws. Give up, Red Knight, you can't go on in this condition. She was stubborn and she swept her claws at Deceiver until her body succumbed to the unbelievable stress. Her legs gave in and she blacked out. Deceiver! Danny did a victory dance and Deceiver joined by bumping in and out of him. What? That's strange. I think that you got the quotes in the wrong stuff. Yeah. That's strange, Susan remarked, shaking. The horrendous Caesar battle brought many Pokemon to the healing room in Emily's house. Emily was like, "Hey guys, are you? Oh my, whoa, what happened?" Man, if Nurse Joy sees this, she is going to fall with it. They were put on soft cushions to make them more comfortable and allow them to relax. Potions and elixirs were stored in cabinets there to aid in the healing process. Renner awakened, realizing her loss. She went to move but fell back from a pain. Stay down, Red Knight, Alicia ordered, holding her. She's pretty big, so little Alicia probably is like, dude, you got hit. You really got hit hard. You better take a break. The status changes Red Knight made during the battle had worn off, and in a weakened state, she was unable to break past the two humans. You fought incredibly well out there, but as all Pokemon, you have a weakness. Redna scoffed at him and turned her head. And I guess that you must not be that strong of a Pokemon if you don't want to know what your weakness is. The angry and disappointed Caesar turned back at him and sighed. Caesar, she moved. You use your Stardust power too often, and you just increase speed and attack, not defense. So when the Caesar copied your Stardust, she was able to finish you in one hit. I thought about it, or not that. But it is important that you realize your weaknesses so you can find ways to eliminate them. Look more carefully at Danny. He must be the great trainer to have defeated her. Not only that, but he looked like a great deal like another trainer she had not seen for many years. Oh, what a disaster, said a young voice. Alicia smiled and saw her three siblings enter the room. There were two boys and one girl. One of the boys wore overalls. He was very plump and short. We don't have a Halloween special though, do we? I don't know, Dead by Daylight or something, or maybe we go hunt. We try to play as we try to play as your pumpkin monster in Cassette Beast for a whole day trying to survive. What? Very careful, very gently. What a name. It's kind of stereotypical though. sadly, for at the time that when this comes out. But don't worry, if we're going to write something else later in the future with involving fat characters, and also being hungry. This has nothing to do with wokeness, by the way. If you are one, it does. That's a whole pile of can of worms we do not want to open. Those are some very, very American names. Whoops.
Yeah. Yeah, right. Okay, there we go. Actually, I'm a bit too loud now. Hold on. Let me... hold on. Yeah, that's a bit too loud. Let me see if I can change that a bit. Okay, there we go. That's okay. That shouldn't be blasting out the speakers this time. Yeah, that's better. Can you hear me now? I feel like we missed part of the story. I might want to go back. I don't know where I cut out.
Yeah, we can do it. We can do it.
I feel like
Do we need to go back?
Yeah, I feel like we should go back because I think we missed part of the story here.
All right, let's do it again.
Jeez, I don't even know. I'll just start at the top of the page, I guess.
We want to do the Caesar pages. Yeah.
The horrendous Caesar battle brought many Pokemon into the healing room in Emily's house. The healing room was an attached area of the house with specific use of bringing... Wait, hold a second. I feel like you read that part.
Yeah, we read that part, but check which part did you say that you missed? Is it the whole and bunch of Pokemon fighting Caesar, or?
Oh, okay, okay. Hold on. I figured it out. We'll start with here.
What is it?
When the boys showed up. You know, the fat kid.
Okay.
Wow, what a disaster, said a young voice. Alicia smiled as she saw her 3 siblings enter the room. There were 2 boys and 1 girl. One of the boys wore overalls. He was very plump and short. He's fat! He looked like he was in his early teens, and next to him was the other boy, who was tall and was about 18. He wore a dark blue... He's not a boy anymore. He's a man! He wore a dark blue vest over his red long-sleeve shirt, and his legs was a pair of... on his legs. And on his legs was a pair of dirty green pants. He was doing ranch work. The girl was a little older than Alicia, had her black hair tied in 2 short pigtails, and she wore a long blue dress that was actually clean, unlike the boy's clothing. She's being very careful with her ranch work, is what I said before my microphone cut out. Goodness, what happened here? The girl asked. This looks like an infirmary, the chubby boy pointed out. Hey, these must be our cousins, Polly stated. Yes, they are, Alicia affirmed. I'll introduce them to you. First, Alicia went to the youngest and the chubbiest boy. He's fat. This is my big brother, Ronald McDonald. Okay, his name is just Ronald, but I call him Ronald McDonald.
Does it mean as insult? No, I don't think so.
Hello there. Ronald's stomach let out a great noise. Oh man, I hope Mom gets dinner done soon. Okay, there's supposed to be a quote there. This is my bigger brother, Philip. I was 8 the last time I saw your parents. It's a pleasure to meet you all. There's supposed to be a quote there. And this is my big sister, Shelley. Alicia felt a tug at her shirt, and she found that Pori, Emily's faithful old Porygon, was wanting in. Its body was made of 3D sharp-edged shapes. They were colorful pink and light blue, and it looked like a kind of duck. The artificial Pokemon had not aged at all, and it looked the same after many years. That's the thing. I feel like some Pokemon would never get old, while other Pokemon would get old much faster. Like, your Beedrill's probably not going to last a year, dude. Sorry to say, your Beedrill's probably not going to last that long.
Can you imagine if we put real life expectancies into Pokemon, and they're like, "Oh, Beedrill, you were my bestie," and he was like, "Yeah," and then 1 year later,
Beedrill, no!
we're going to the end of the world together. It was like, sorry, I know, but I guess
like, bees do not have long lives. I'm sorry. Alicia felt like was in
does it apply to other insects though? Because other insects probably just the same. It's like, oh, my time is up. It has been 5 years. Goodbye, my friend. No.
Age only wakes when the script. Oh, age only works when the script needs it. That's so true. Porygon, the virtual Pokemon, a man-made Pokemon that came about as a result of research. It is programmed with only basic motions. So good luck using it in battle. Now, Alicia, could you please introduce them to us? Shelley asked. This is Danny, Polly, and their 2 friends, Ian and Susan. Alicia continued. Oh, so you're Danny? My little sister told me about you, but oh god, we're getting into it now, people. 'Cause
Weird.
I don't think I realized how big of a taboo it was for when I was a kid for cousins to like each other, if you know what I mean.
So-called cousins.
Yeah, so-called cousins. Oh, well, they're gonna cringe our way through this one.
You know, I think that well, actually, I had a boy that I very like very much in primary school, and we took each other as cousins or something, but we are not actually related.
But
yeah,
I think it's okay if they're just little kids. They're just little kids. It's whatever. It's puppy dog love, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, there was the one, but in reality, when you grow up, no, it's not. It's not
when you grow up and getting into a serious relationships, you really shouldn't do that with your cousins. Oh wow! Wait, I just got raided by someone. Hello. I just got raided by someone. I don't know who raided me. Hey, what's up? We're just reading my We're just reading my old Pokemon fan fiction over here. you just. Yeah, I just got raided at complete random. That's happened to me like twice. If I had a nickel for every time I got raided by random people, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's strange it happened more than once.
It is kind of strange though, because who will be brave enough to look into your own work and be like, and with the cringing, everyone's like, oh god, why did I write that?
This would be torture. I feel like this would be torture for most artists and writers looking back at their old work from when they were a teenager.
I already said that we are not going to look back into my own writing or my own text on 8 Escape because I cannot read it. Yeah. Because I use Google Translate to just...
But anyway, you guys just raided into a really weird live stream is what I'm saying. So yeah.
It cannot be any weirder. You don't have to worry about it.
Always a good idea to look over your old work. I mean, like they say, those who don't know history are doomed to repeat it.
That's true. That's also true.
I mean, like, my one friend, she cannot stand looking at her old, like, artwork because it's like, it just horrifies her. He's like, no, no, take it away. I was like, I just look at my old work and I'm like, wow, I have definitely gotten a lot better. This looks like garbage.
Same. I would do that too. I was like, hey, I write that. Look at that.
So it's good to see how far you've come. Anyway, back to the silly fan fiction. This is okay, yeah, she did the introductions here. Oh, so you're Danny. Oh, great, the cringe. Okay. Oh, so you're Danny. My little sister told me about you, but she didn't mention how cute you were, Shelley stated. Shelley, please don't do this to us.
Shelley, please don't do it. Don't do it, dude.
Why, thanks, Danny replied, blushing and putting his hand behind his head. Okay, first of all, just wanted to bring up that they're children, but also wanted to bring up that they're cousins, so they're kind of awkward.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. It's kind of weird.
It's kind of weird. I didn't know what I was doing back then. Man, am I glad that Talon isn't here, he thought. He'd be eating this up like a Snorlax.
He probably is like, wow, I didn't know that you have that kind of thing with your cousin.
Let's see. I think I'll just, like, read a little bit. I'll just read to this break here, and then you can take over. So Alicia, what happened to all these Pokemon, and how did Red Knight get into this shape? Philip question. Oh, Red Knight's a Caesar, by the way, guys. Just so you know, Red Knight is just a nickname Caesar. All these Pokemon are Danny's, and they were fighting Red Knight. Mostly they got creamed, but his Misdreavus beat her. A Misdreavus? The three siblings exclaimed. But how? Inquired Ronald, the fat kid. It's not in here, but I'm going to say it anyway. Ronald biting a chocolate bar he had taken from his pocket. I seriously just wrote him as the fat kid. Anyway, let's talk about it over dinner, Shelley suggested. Mama's got the whole table set, and we're having fried chicken, or I guess it would be fried torchic? Fried chicken? Danny slurped, dashing out the door and running to the dining room. Damn, he's a hungry boy.
He's probably going to be good friends with Ronald. It's like, hey, that's my chicken. Hey,
yeah, hey, you like food? I like food too.
No torchics are harmed in this fiction. Don't worry about it.
It's like, chicken is something that's just, you eat it. It's not a real creature that can be found in the Pokemon universe, you know? Boy, he reminds me of you, Ronald. But just a little thinner, Philip remarked. Freaking rude, Philip! Okay.
Wait. Oh, jeez. What on earth is... Oh, okay.
What's up?
Danny sat down at the last table set for 10. As the others came in, they also went to their seats. Kelly sat at Danny's left side and Alicia got on his right. You know, when you think that you think the cousins, when you are tiny kids, and cousins can get weird. I remember in Code Geass, one of the relationship was, I'm not sure how much you know about Code Geass. It was Yuffie and Lelouch. Well, actually, they are both step siblings sharing the same father.
Oh yeah.
I think one of them was saying something like, whenever I'm going to marry Lelouch, and I'm back then I was like, wait, why would you say that? Aren't you guys siblings? Yeah, it's weird. Emily came back and from kitchen bringing more and more food, and it was like she couldn't stop. Poor Emily.
Freaking Emily's just bringing in all the food.
Only after every empty space on the table was full did she sit down.
Jeez, Emily. Jeez, Emily.
I like the food. You all must be very hungry, so please eat as much as you want. It's the usual American portion, then I guess.
Usual American portion. Damn, Carrie. That's sick burn.
Or maybe it's the usual Chinese portion, because I did say something like that. I went to mainland, and the pre-course we actually got is also a table full of things. And then they got another table full of things for the main course. I was like, oh, the pre-course is pretty good, but I'm kind of full now. And it's like, here's the pre-course, and I'm like, no. It sucks. It sucks, bro. But you all must be hungry, so please eat as much as you want, Emily offered. Thanks, Emily. Danny and Polly replied.
I think I put the quote in the wrong spot.
Then he grabbed a drumstick and began to tear it up in his mouth. You see how fast he grabbed that chicken? Philip asked Ronald. Wait, do you see how fast they grabbed that chicken? Philip asked Ronald, whispering. I couldn't even see his hand move, Ronald replied. Ronald grabbed his own drumstick and so did everyone else. As the chicken eating frenzy went on, it came down to one chicken leg left. Danny was ready to pounce on it, but across the table from him, Ronald was ready to do the same. Both of them lunged at it and both got hold on it. They pulled on it from the side and it was the chicken tug of war. In disgrace. Oh, come on, Danny, let go. You let go. Ronald, the chicken was breaded, and when Danny pulled too hard, the meat and bone broke away and slipped out of Danny's hands. The final piece went out of the window and was caught by a ferret in his mouth. Content with this meal, the energetic Pokemon ran off. Ugh, so much for. I think there was Sentinel. That was his.
That was
Sentinel?
his. That was his ferret. Yeah, this ferret got the got the chicken and then ran off with it.
Why do I feel like he is like suckers? Well, so much for the last piece of chicken. Well, at least I have the crunchy part. Pauline mumbled, chewing the bread part of the chicken. So, Danny, what are you doing in Kanto? Emily asked, trying to stir up conversation. I came here to get 8 Kanto badges so I can beat better the Elite Four, he answered. What do you have so far? Shirley inquired. Just one right now, but I bet I would have a lot more if I hadn't gone down that cliff.
And whose fault is that, Danny?
Just under the table, Alicia put her hand on Danny's, making him tremble, and if that wasn't bad enough, Belly did the same thing on her side. It wasn't long before the two sisters realized they were doing the same thing, and they started pulling Annie back and forth. Shelly, you're too young. Alicia. I think that you got a typo there. You're too young.
Oh yeah. Typo. There we go.
Now I know how. Now I know how the chicken leg felt. Danny screeched. Hey, Shelly, Alicia, stop it! George ordered. Okay. The two of them answered, releasing Danny. Then let out a sigh of relief. Both his arms feel like they have been put on the rack. It's getting late. I don't think Danny's injury has healed yet, so you guys better stay tonight. George suggests. Danny, you and Ian can sleep in Philip and Ronald's room, and Polly and Susan can sleep in Alicia and Shirley's room.
Okay, hold on, I got a picture. I actually have a picture here. Let's see. Alright, where was that? Oh, here it is. Boop.
Boop.
Just like, please stop tearing my arms off.
My arms are not okay.
That's not cool. Not cool. Anyway, I guess I'll start reading now.
Yeah, you can do it.
It's getting late, and I don't think that. Okay. About 2 hours later, after a fun evening. Okay, I'll just skip all that, I guess. Whatever. It was time to go to bed, so Philip and Lowly. What the fuck is a Lowly? Who the fuck is Lowly?
I don't even know what that is.
Walk Danny and Ian. I feel like that's supposed to be Ronald, because I don't know what that could possibly be. Hold on, let me just minimize this so I can see Twitch and stuff. Okay. Philip and Ronald, I'm assuming that's supposed to be Ronald. Ronald walked Danny and Ian in the direction of the room. It was larger than a low or slow? Oh, slowly, maybe. Wait, Philip and slowly walked. So Philip and Ronald. Well, no, I'm just leaving it like that. Anyway, direction of the room. It was larger than an average bedroom, with a computer in the corner, bunk beds, a large TV with a GameCube system sitting on it, and posters from various movies and TV shows. Wow, you have a GameCube? That Danny noticed, looking shocked. This system is way behind, about a century or two, in fact. Oh, not by that much, Danny. Over exaggeration much.
If you say that to someone nowadays, they are going to sock you for things like, do you know how much these cost?
It's like, we know. Hold on. Quote, Ronald moaned, but we haven't gone out to get a Wii U yet. Okay, so this is kind of funny because the GameCube was the modern system at the time I wrote this story, but this story actually takes place like 10 years after the GameCube was relevant. So I was like looking it up, like what system was out at the time, and it was the Wii U. So I just added that into the story. Over in the girls' room, Polly and Susan rolled out their sleeping bags. The room they were in had bright colors all around, dolls and toys were in every corner, and an old Pikachu costume was hung up near the door. The only furniture that excuse me. The only furniture that there was inflatable chairs and beanbag cushions. Oh. Your brother is so cool, Polly, Shelley declared. He is. He is? Polly and Susan exclaimed, both surprised and in disbelief. They're like, you have no idea how much shit we deal with from him. Yeah, tomorrow I'm going to take him on a tour of the ranch. We don't need an extra tomorrow in here in this sentence. Jack says the main question is how teenage Mark predicted the Wii U. I didn't predict the Wii U, Jack. I added that in years later. That's a recent addition. I did not know about the Wii U. If I did, that would have been mind-blowing. Tomorrow I'm going to take him on a tour of the ranch, announced Alicia, very excited. You can't do that, Shelley protested. Why not? Alicia asked, disappointed, because I'm going to take him on a tour. What? No fair. As the argument continued through the night, all Susan and Polly could do was laugh at the thought of it. A piercing howl broke through the night, awakening Danny. Yet, amazingly, no one else. I'm just going to continue reading because there's actually a picture coming up.
Okay.
He looked onto the wall at the red clock. It was precisely midnight. What in the world was that noise? He asked himself. Oh, wait. What was that noise? Yeah, excuse me. Forced myself to yawn there. He asked himself, yawning and stretching his arms out. Oh, more apple pie. Oh, more apple pie, please, Mommy. Ronald mumbled in his sleep. He's fat. That character is all about the food. Danny was about to laugh, but he covered his mouth because he didn't wish to wake anyone up. After hearing the same noise over and over, his curiosity got the best of him, and he found it impossible to sleep. He just had to know what Pokemon it was, who howled and why. Sneaking out the front door, Sneaking out the front door would be too tricky, so he decided to open the nearby window and climb out. It worked perfectly, and he silently crept outside. He listened and waited for the noise to come again. As he ventured further, however, he heard a different sound that was nothing like a Pokemon cry. It was soothing, less noisy, and so pleasant that Danny nearly fell asleep standing up. His eyelids tried to close, but he shook his head to stay awake. When he followed the melody, it led him to Alicia. She was singing to a growlith in an arcanine that appeared to be its mother. Okay, picture. Let's see. Picture. Where is the picture? Here's a picture. Okay, so here's the picture. Do you see the picture, Carrie?
Yeah. Whoa, it looks cute. Look at that puppy. That
The
puppy.
puppy is so cute.
I sent you something, but you can look at it later.
Okay. But still, Tayu, tell me how at least 50% of your characters has the same name as my characters. What? Oh, because I have a character named Jack? Well, yeah. I really used common names back then. Very common names for characters back then. Puppy! Yes, Jack, it's a puppy. Okay, Carrie, you can read this part and the whole next page.
Yep, I can do it. Alright, let's go. Her soft voice. Wait, what happened to the puppy then? Why is it being.
Hmm?
Her soft voice. Why is the puppy getting annoyed though?
Oh, he's not supposed to look annoyed. He's supposed to look like he's falling asleep.
No, I'm talking about no, I'm talking about the what happened to the puppy that he has to be held like that? The pooper.
The pooper.
Her soft voice relaxed the puppy and it started yawning, letting out tiny flames. Then he hid himself behind a tree so he wouldn't disturb them. As her son ended, the young growler shut his eyes and went to sleep. Alicia then took it and rested on Arcanine's back. That would keep him asleep until morning, Arcanine. She whispered. I thanked Alicia by licking her face. You are welcome. But please, next time, get Jigglypuff. She doesn't have a bad time like I do. Arcanine grabbed Growl and walked away with it hanging from her mouth. Thinking it was safe, Danny came out to the open, but he said to Alicia, it's just you. What are you up to, Danny? I heard the howl and it woke me. Was it made by Arcanine? Yeah, her bird was afraid and it couldn't go back to sleep, so it called me to hear to sing for it. With a beautiful voice, you can outdo a Jigglypuff. That's coming a bit weird.
Jigglypuff.
Someday I want to be a famous singer. Oh yeah. The iron on things I see other than Pikachu, there's also Jigglypuff and
Oh, nice.
and a Snorlax and a Gengar. I don't know which one I'm going to pick up, but I picked something else. I think that you would like it.
Oh, nice.
You think my voice is beautiful? Someday I want to become a famous singer. Alicia stopped talking about her dream when she realized what Danny said to her. She smiled, staring at him. Yeah? Do you think I'm beautiful? Yeah? Oh, you're so sweet, Danny. Alicia stared at him in a goofy way. Do you know and get back to bed? Alright, as Alicia walked back to the house with Danny, she gathered the courage to ask him a question. Would you like me to take you on a tour of the ranch tomorrow? Sure, I'd love to. Oh, she loved running into the house, forgetting people inside were trying to sleep. He's too. She muttered to herself at a safe distance away from Danny. But that girl is weird. Danny for climbing back through the window at the side. Unfortunately, he left in haste and forgotten which window he came out, so he was forced to pick up one randomly. Now stuffing the moonlight made it nearly impossible for Danny to see where he was. He waited for it to return, but he came to discover his
Right.
he
But it,
his horror.
he
He
was,
discovered his horrifying predicament.
yeah, there we go. Uh,
I'm in the girl's bedroom. He shuddered. He shuddered. I think shuddered. The exit was a couple of feet away, but Polly and Susan were blocking it in a sleep bag. Polly always get in my way, he thought. Suddenly he heard footsteps coming out and saw that only 3 girls present. Oh no, Alice will be coming here anytime soon. I will be in for it then. He desperately scanned the room and hiding place and find one just in time. Alice quietly opened the she entered. She didn't notice that Pikachu costume hang on the wall was filled. Then he had to put it on and hide, and his camouflage make it look like he was part of the room. He hesitated for a minute and then sneaked out of the room. He thought himself very clever when the jam he was in. In fact, he had to give a sigh of relief. Nice! All the girls shouted, laughing. They had known about it after all, and he tossed the costume back into the room. He didn't return to sleep any time that night, and he'd become very grouchy in the morning. All those ranch were now waiting for him. Breakfast in the kitchen. I hate this place. I hate you and everyone else here. Danny moaned. Wow, you really didn't get much sleep last night, did you? Polly inquired. Mind your own business. Would you like to go on a tour with me? He already promised to go with me, Danny. Right, Danny? Alicia said. Huh. Oh, you're right. What? When did you ask him? Last night? I'm sure Danny would be much rather go on me. Isn't that right, Danny? The two sisters grabbed Danny and pulled him outside. There we go again. Yep.
Do you think we should save him? Nah, Susan asked Polly. Nah, she answered. Like, he had this coming. Let's see. Danny was towed down hills and all over the ranch with Pori tagging behind. The first place they went...
Pori or Polly?
It's Pori. It's the Porygon. It's
okay.
It's Pori, the Porygon. The first place they went to was a huge pond full of water Pokemon like Vaporeon and Tentacle. This is where water Pokemon go, Danny, Alicia informed. Yes, we have every water Pokemon you can think of here, Shelly added. Danny tried to find as many... hold on, the sentence structure is throwing me off. All the water Pokemon as they swam around. Find as many... I'm going to change it to as many water Pokemon as he could as he watched them swim around. That sentence was driving me crazy. Swim around. There we go. That's... There. Fixed. To his surprise, they even had a Kingdra, and it seemed to be more interested in him than he was in it. The water dragon looked closely at him and jumped on top of him, started to show affection. Tsunami? Danny greeted. Huh. Hi, I'm Danny, Dan's son. The two of them continued being friendly until a jet of water came from the pool and hit Danny's face. A mean Seadra was responsible, and Kingdra drove it out of the pool. This Seadra is pretty tough. It should be. He's the offspring of Tsunami, Shelly explained. This Seadra is tough because it doesn't have a trainer. Or I don't think it's supposed to be tough or unruly. I'll just say unruly. Unruly because it doesn't have a trainer, Alicia said. Really? You mean I can catch it? Danny questioned. You'll have to ask Tsunami about that. Or Dan. I mean, technically, it's Dan's Pokemon having eggs, apparently. Uh, Tsunami was more than willing, and it pushed its young over to Danny. Seadra dared Danny to attack by waving its fins. Great! Glitter! Go and weaken it! Seadra wasted no time and head-butted Glitter into the sky. Luckily, the grass type had planted its vines into the ground and came down in little time. Glitter! Growth! Glitter expanded to twice its normal size, and Seadra tried an ice beam that easily hit the large target. Glitter! Solar beam! Glitter absorbed sparkles of light to shoot a powerful solar beam, but this took time, and Seadra used takedown to batter Glitter. Wrap it! Vines tied up Seadra and prevented it from escaping. Now fire the solar beam! Seadra had been put in a position of no escape. Glitter's sturdy hold kept it still until the beam hit. Glitter could no longer restrain Seadra. The pressure that the solar beam made was too much, and it pushed Seadra away from itself. The grass attack stunned the dragon Pokemon and plunged it back into the pond. It surfaced with its eyes looking like spirals. That's what they look like in the show. It bobbed up and down like a mindless buoy. Danny tapped it with a Pokeball, and Seadra dematerialized into it. Did you see him? Shelly asked. He looks so handsome when he battles. Oh, God. Alicia sighed. Danny looked ahead and saw a dust cloud coming closer. In front of it were two Jinxes smooching their lips. Oh no, it's Snow Queen! Shelly exclaimed. And Danny's Jinx! Alicia added. I'm out of here! Danny shouted. The three of them ran from the overly affectionate Pokemon, trying to get as far away from them as humanly possible. Danny longed to see more of his father's Pokemon, and the two sisters took him next to see Rocky, who was living in a rocky area of the ranch. Well, I would expect Rocky to live in a rocky area. It only makes sense. Each time one of Danny's Pokemon saw him, they thought it was his father, and because he greatly resembled him. Many Pokemon lived in areas just specially built for them, like the fire Pokemon living in blazing hot areas, and the electric Pokemon living in a metal plane that was charged with electricity for them to take in. Only 2 areas left for Danny to go to. Hold on, I'm gonna. There were only 2 areas left for Danny to go to, the grass and dark areas. The grass area was a long field made up of tall blades of grass. They had to watch their step because grass Pokemon were hiding everywhere. Hey, those are the Execute I caught in the Ilex Forest, Danny noticed. Ugh. Let me come. Okay. Okay, Carrie, your turn.
Oh, that was me. Sunflower, a tall Pokemon that looked like a living sunflower with a giant smile, walked up to Danny and greeted up to him. Sunflower, the sun Pokemon, the evil form of Sunkern, it converts sunlight into energy. In the darkness of the sunset, it closes its petals and becomes steel. Whose Pokemon is this? Oh, it's yours. Mine? But I have a Sunkern. How did it evolve? Usually it takes a sunstone in the fucking Sunkern, but yours was out on a day when when the sun was solar and sending huge amounts of solar rays. It was able to evolve just from that. Shirley explained. Well, it sure looked happy enough. Sunflower's petals, which is surrounded by a strong head, started lighting themselves up and going around in circular fashion. Saw the danger in 1 second and put Shirley and Alicia down. His statement could not have been better. I think they got a typo. There we go. Could not have been better. The Sunflower Flyer's solar beam right over their heads, but it didn't stop there. It just kept repeatedly shot blasts of solar lights in all directions. What is happening? Alicia asked, holding her hands on her head. The sunflower is taking too much sunlight and is releasing it too quickly through solar beams. That's dangerous.
Yeah.
Is it pew?
Pew 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 pew.
That thing is going to probably, because you see in anime and also in the game, you probably charge it for a turn or something, like for a long time, and then they just go.
Yeah.
This one you just go pew 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 pew
Pew pew pew pew pew pew pew.
Danny explained. A slight show continued, and the flower Pokemon showed no signs of stopping. The only thing the three could do was to keep low on the ground. Red Light was meditating nearby, and she was thinking about an idea. She struggled with whether to go through it or not when one of the sunflower's beam raised to her face. Meditation was a time when she wished to hear nothing and see nothing, and when the beam came in, it was time to act. I need to grab a glass of water, excuse me.
Okay, no problem. Oh, wait, dang, music stopped. Damn it, YouTube. Let's get that music going again. Woo! It was never supposed to stop in the first place. Damn, music.
Sorry, I'm back. She went straight to the center of the problem, and found Sunflower. A couple of solar beams hit her as she approached, but it was nothing on her steel armor could not withstand. Her anger grew through the little flower, and she put a claw around its neck. Then she uses its face. Then it put its face to the ground and shot up, and then it shot up into the sky like a rocket powered by its own solar energy. No longer hearing beams blasting, Danny and his cousin got her. Gee, Red Knight, thanks for getting rid of that sunflower. That's kind of harsh.
It's like, yeah, it's your sunflora, man. What the heck?
Red Knight looked down at Danny's bag. It was zipped open, and she could see the empty Pokeballs lying inside. At a standing high speed, she swiped a ball and opened it, allowing it to catch her. What? She caught herself in one of my empty Pokeballs? But how can it do that and be caught by someone else? Your dad's Pokeball caught Red Knight must have been an old one and didn't have that capability. It looks like Red Knight wanted to be a Pokemon. Oh boy, my dad is going to be mad. Forget about it. Red Knight wants to be your Pokemon. Come on, Danny, we still have one more place to show you. That one part of the range Danny had not seen was the large building on the far side. My dad calls this place the Dark House. Or sunlight has been blocked for the nocturnal and psychic Pokemon to be at peace. Rika lives in there. Great, my dad's ghost Pokemon is a Gengar too. I can't wait to see her. Be careful, Danny. We have to keep our flash irons on the ground and walk slowly, or we will disturb the Pokemon. Shelly warned. They stepped through the darkness, unable to see their way. Oh, this is the creepiest part of our ranch. Alicia shivered. Suddenly she felt a strong tug on her hair. Oh! Okay.
Her screams disturbed many Pokemon, and their cries were numerous. Stop it! That hurts! Shelly turned the light on her sister and found that her hair was being pulled on by a mischievous. We have a picture.
Wait, he has... He has one?
Yeah, Dan, in the Dan movie, Dan actually did catch a mischievous.
That feels like a long time ago. I completely forgotten about it.
Yeah, it does feel like a long time ago. Holy crap. It's another one of your dad's Pokemon, Shelly replied. Please stop. Alicia screamed. Oh, there's supposed to be a quote there. Pori saw Alicia in distress and used its type and turned its type to that of a ghost. But this worked against it, and it knocked. And
Wait, how can Pori? How can Pori do that?
Hmm?
How can Pori? Pori is Polly, right? Porita.
Pori is a Porygon.
Oh, never mind then. Okay, sorry about that.
Pori saw Alicia in distress and turned its type to that of a ghost. But this worked against it, and it was knocked away with a single Shadow Ball. Oh, Pori got wrecked. Poor Pori. I'll stop it with my own Mischievous. Go Deceiver! Deceiver came out face to face with her enemy, and it leered at it. Then she went on the attack, bumped the Mischievous off Alicia. The two ghosts looked at each other, and Danny waited for them to go at it again. But that was anything but what happened. Deceiver, the Mischievous, began nuzzling... Deceiver... and the Mischievous began nuzzling each other and playing. What are they doing? Danny asked, confused. I think they like each other, Alicia observed. Behind Danny's back, there came a sudden, unpleasant sound. Alicia and Shelley were shocked. Hey, that wasn't me, she denied. Do you think I farted? Gan, gar, gar, gar! Tricker revealed herself, and she laughed behind Danny with a whoopee cushion in her claws. There's Tricker, Danny.
I guess she's very entertained. She's like, oh, look at them go.
Oh, this is supposed to be like a laugh. Gang, gar, 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 gar. There's Tricker, Danny, Shelley pointed. Why, hello, Iman? Hello, Iman? Eamon? I feel like I have no idea. I'm just calling you Iman. Hello, welcome to the live stream. How are you? Let's see. Clap. Do-doon. Dun-do-doon. Dun. Okay, there's Tricker. Hey, Tricker, I'm Danny. Dan's son. Danny's statement didn't stop the ghost from laughing, but seeing the two Mischievous together did. She bumped between them and pushed Deceiver out. Danny's Mischievous wasn't going to let some laughing Gengar steal at her mate, and the male Mischievous bit his hair. Tricker did the same, and they pulled him from side to side. This has to be stopped. What is this, tug of war ranch? First it was chicken, then me, and now this. Enough! The loud order made Deceiver and Tricker let go of the male Mischievous, giving his hair a rest. The guys haven't even asked. I think this is supposed to be a quote, actually. The guys haven't even asked who Mischievous wants to be with. The Mischievous was given the choice and chose Deceiver as his mate. Tricker was very disappointed, and she exited through a nearby wall. Aw, poor Tricker. Broken heart. Broken-hearted Tricker. Let's see what I got. Tears. Tears. There we go.
Why do I feel like she is just playing around? She's just going to be like, you have no fun, and then just leave the room.
Yeah, something like that. Let's see. Oh, I guess it's your turn again.
Oh, Tricker was very disappointed, and she exited through the nearby wall. Oh, Tricker, come back! Don't be upset! Wait! The mischievous pair looked very happy, but Danny was worried about Tricker. Her heart, if she possessed me, had been broken.
Ghost!
We better go back now. Wait. Her heart, if she possessed one, had been broken. Don't worry, girl. We probably will find another Gengar for you. Okay?
They're all over the place. They're all over the Pokemon universe.
You don't know if we might find a shiny version for you.
If it's shiny, we'll get you a shiny Ghastly or something. Shiny Haunter.
I think I should probably just like shut up. We better go back now, Danny, Shelly advised. Yeah, Mommy will probably want us for something, Alicia added. Hey, Deceiver, it's time for us to go. Brett and a new companion followed kids outside. As the range tour ended, his sister brought Danny back to the house. Oh, Danny, you're back. You're a typo.
Oh yeah, I always get the "you're" wrong, apparently.
Let me see your head right now, Danny. Emily ordered rolling off the bandages. Oh yes, it has healed a great deal, but I don't think you need these bandages anymore. Great, that means it's time to go, Danny rejoiced. Not quite. There's the matter of Red Knight. George reminded. Oh yeah, the Caesar, chuckled Danny with guilt written all over his face. I called your father, he said you can keep her. There's no under-identification number and you have responsibility over her. That's great, I will take her with me, but I already have 6 Pokemon. Looks like I have to give one up. I guess I will give up Glitter, and I will also give you Steve to get my Seadra. But Steve is your strongest Pokemon. I know, but Seadra came from one of my dad's champions Pokemon. I've never turned down an opportunity like this. You know, you were just getting all these strong guys and didn't know how to control them. It's going to put you in the back burner sooner or later.
You'd think so.
Is it you're saying me? Is it you think that might happen, or yeah, just you wait?
It's like well, that's happened a lot in the Pokemon series. Like Ash couldn't control his Charizard. Okay. Anyway.
Okay. Now there's a problem left. Then we looked outside and saw Deceiver and her maid playing together. Hey, Deceiver, it's time to go. I don't want you to be unhappy, so if you can stay if you want to. Then he shook her head at Danny and rubbed his legs. Alright, you can return now. Then he took Deceiver's Pokeball and put it into his front pocket. Re-entering the house, he gathered his friends, and now there's definitely time to leave. You're going already? Alicia whimpered disappointed. Well, yeah, I have many badges to get. Here, Polly. I'm gonna give Polly four small brown bags. I made you some lunches. Thanks for the hospitality. Feel free to come back anytime, Danny. Sure. I had a great time here, Aunt Emily. I'm looking forward to... Hey sis, we're leaving now. Wait!
Oh, okay, we're going over to the villains. I'm just going to put this on the other page. There we go. Okay, I'm going to start. Saving. Okay. Turner knocked on the door leading to Rill's private room. Come in, Turner. The cold-hearted mercenary opened the door and walked inside, meeting Rill's 2 inches in. They stood staring at each other's faces. What news do you have for me? Much, sir. First of all, our spies in Kanto have discovered that Danny and his friends are traveling there. In Kanto? Whatever for? For what else do you travel for in the Pokemon world? Badges. They're not sure. Well, this makes everything convenient, doesn't it? I think that's a question. What do you mean? I thought we would have to go to them, but they have to come to us. Do you have more interesting news? Yes, the tracking unit we put on Ho-Oh is still operating, and we know exactly where in the world it is. Where in the world is the Pokemon Ho-Oh? Let's see. What does that matter if we don't have a way of catching it? I have one last bit of news for you, and that you might be interested in. Oh, really? You've heard of the Master Ball, haven't you? Of course. I feel like there should be a comma there. The ultimate capture ball that catches any Pokemon, even if they are incredibly strong. One was made by Silphco, but after Team Rocket tried to steal it and the blueprints for it, all the research along with the ball itself was destroyed. Not all of it. What do you mean? A scientist who used to work... Beep 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 boop boop goes my phone. A scientist that used to work for Silphco has informed us that the president gave the only Master Ball to a boy. His name was Daniel Dragonson. What? He has it? Yes, he has it, and we intend to take it from him. No, do not act without my permission. When are we going to put your plan into action? Then all shall see you are superior! Patience, Turner. Oh, and there has been a change in plans. Now that Danny is in Kanto, he and his sister will most likely go to visit their good old grandfather, who just happens to be the president of Silphco. Now I shall instruct you on what to do. Okay, let me just delete this part. Ignore this! Boop. I'll just add this to this page. Sure, why not? We'll just add it like that. Boop. Okay. What place are we going to now? Susan inquired. My character looks sad. Stop looking sad. There we go. What place are we going to now? Susan inquired. Hang on, I'll check my map. Danny replied, going to the map. Selection on his Pokegear. At first, it just showed the lower part of Kanto, but the screen flashed and revealed to Danny the upper part as well. Unseen, lurking behind a rock near them, was a small creature with glowing eyes. Somehow, it had changed Danny's map selection. The corner of Danny's eyes got a glimpse of it, but as he looked behind the rock, it was no longer there. That's strange, he said to himself. What is? Polly asked upon overhearing him. Behind many hills was Light River City, the past home of Danny's father. Oh, nothing. Hey, sis! There is a gym in Light River City! Polly could see where Danny was going and had to stop him any way she could. No, Danny! Dad forbade us to go there. But I really want to see this place. Dad said it was the most beautiful city around. Why would he tell us to stay away from it? I'm not sure, but he must have had a reason. All we have to do is go back to Cerulean City, travel north over these hills, and we'll be there.
Whoa, game. Okay, there we go. Danny, I refuse to let you fool with this. I'm going there, and it'll be with or without you. Wait. Wait, what's with the big fight?
Oh, did you miss? Hold on.
No, it's okay. I was multitasking as well, but yeah, what happened?
So basically, just to sum it up here, Danny was like, "Oh, there's a gym in Light River City," and Polly said, "No, Dad forbade us from going there," and then he's like, "Oh, but it's really it won't take long to get there," and she's like, "I refuse to let you go through with this." And then he's like, "I'm going there, and it'll be with or without you." It's like, Danny, calm down, you brat.
Oh, that boy! Then he turned her back on Danny, and then he took her without her or all his friends. Polly didn't think Danny would actually do what he said, and she got a big shock and realized that he was gone. She cried. Susan and Ian just stood there shaking their heads. Come on, let's go after him. I'm the one who's falling over another cliff. Actually, you might you can have that happen, and then he will come back to you all bruised and stuff, and you can take it slower.
Yeah.
Danny had gotten such great lead by the time that they caught up. He was already at the hill separated from Cerulean from Light River. The very large hills. Hills! Huh? Those aren't hills, they are mountains! We'll never get those. Polly joked. No, never say never, I'm going up. Danny said, starting walking up the mountain with uncertain steps. No, it's just too high, Danny! His sister objected. Danny's sister could never understand why he wouldn't listen to her. He always assumed that he had momentary hearing loss. Even if she screamed at the top of her lungs, he wouldn't hear a word. Mom and Dad are without are going to be hearing about this. Come on. Susan, we will ride Geoffrey like always. Whether hitchhiking or riding the train and made it on top of the hill. However, that was the only beginning. He saw several more hills across. Danny, please turn around now! What is that? Danny said, looking over the large round platform. It looked futuristic with flashing lights and a sign upset. To cross Light River Mountain, stand on the pad. Yeah, right. Ian chuckled. No way we can do it. Danny didn't really think it was true either, but he would try anything to avoid crossing as many mountains ahead. So he stepped out onto it and the surroundings flashed before his eyes. They transformed into a completely different place. That's when he realized he passed all the hills. The pad was a teleporter and it had taken him to the other side. He was astounded, and after he left his sister and friends come by it. That was cool! Susan exclaimed, I've never felt anything about it. Come on already! Light River City is over this hill. It's always over the next hill, Polly pointed out. Yes, but this time I'm sure about it.
Goodbye, Jack. Thanks for coming to the live stream, Jack.
As they walked over the insignificant hill, Danny and Polly looked upon the great city their father had raved about. It's big. Isn't that what I imagined? It's sickening. Ugh, it's just plain rotten. Susan said, holding her nose. There was a foul odor in the air, and from looking at the city, it was easy to tell what. The said to be beautiful Light River City was nothing like Dan described. It was shadowed by dark smoke coming from factories and dark rain clouds stripping the lightning down. What is this? Republic City before it became Republic City?
Republic City.
This doesn't make any sense. Polly thought to herself. That's why this place was so beautiful that the water is supposed to be pure. Hey guys, over there! Ian beckoned. We found an area where the water went through a narrow path. Great, now we can get there no problem. Then he laughed, jumping to the other side.
At first he was fine, but he started losing his balance and almost fell into the scum flowing behind him. He teetered back and forth until he pushed his weight forward and landed safely on the ground. Ian leapt across with no trouble whatsoever. He actually got farther than Danny had. Polly didn't feel like risking it and chose to use one of her Pokemon. Smeargle, I need you! Smeargle lashed its paintbrush tail on the ground to make a smiley face. Smeargle, use your teleport to take me and Susan across. Okay, here's something funny. I had Polly do this one time and never again in the story. Her Smeargle knows teleport. Do you know how fucking useful teleportation is?
You should make it more often. You want to fix that?
Smeargle lifted its tail up, and the two girls grabbed on. The teleport moved onto the other side. The teleport moved them onto the other side, but only Polly and Smeargle were put on land. Susan appeared over the mucky stream and fell in, pulling Smeargle in by his tail. Oh no, Smeargle! Susan! Polly exclaimed. Help me! Susan cried. Smeargle! The painting dog spoke before going under. Ian and Danny held Polly by her arm and pushed her forward to pull Susan and Smeargle to safety. None of them were aware that below... Undo that. None of them were aware that below the black water was a force trying to pull them down. A large purple ooze monster wrapped its slimy hand around Susan's feet and pulled on her. Guys, there's a Pokemon! The Pokemon! And it's after me! A Pokemon? I wonder which one. Danny, focus. Focus on getting Susan to safety, please. Then he pondered, taking one of his hands off Polly to get his Pokedex. Muck, the sludge Pokemon. Its body is made of a powerful poison. Poison! Susan squealed. Touching it accidentally will cause a fever that requires bed rest. I don't want a fever! Danny, we have to get that Muck away from her. Let's use our Pokemon. Okay, hold on. I'll just put the picture in here. Where is the picture I made? Oh, here it is. Boop. Okay. Hey, Carrie?
Well, she really needs to get a ton of those kimonos to get changed.
Yeah. Seriously, that thing's got to be filthy by now. Especially after this muck gets touches her.
Can you imagine if she went to, if she got time travel back to Arceus, and then people right there are just going to be like, why are you like this?
Yeah.
How are you making the outfit so dirty?
Yeah. You have to get muck away from her. Let's use our Pokemon, Ian declared. Let's see. Okay, I actually know the perfect place to stop. They're going to get to the gym, and I think that's a good place for us to stop. It's going to be just a few pages.
And then we got 50 pages of fighting, right?
Yeah, we got 50 pages of just Pokemon battles. Yikes. Anyway. Let's see.
I will use Espeon to eliminate... Oh, wait.
Yeah, go ahead. I
will use Espeon to eliminate this poisonous pest. Whoa, damn, that's very British. Okay.
Yeah.
Poison Pokemon don't stand a chance against steel types. Red Knight, make that mug let go. Espeon was very calm, and it used a Psychic Blast to take the mug off Susan, allowing the others to pull her along with Smeagol onto the land. You forgot the with onto land. Is it onto land or onto the land?
Onto land. I think it can just be onto land.
Red Knight threw Susan into the sky, high up. Hit it so hard it exploded in the dreamers. Whoa!
Did you just read it as Red Knight threw Susan?
I think that I did. I got too tired to do it.
It's Red Knight threw the huge blob. Oh no, we killed Susan! You crack me up, Carrie.
I'm too tired for all this. Red Knight threw the huge blob into the sky and high jump kicked it so hard it exploded into grimmers that fled with great haste. The fever will come any time now. I just knew it. Susan worried. Not if we act quickly. Danny responded. It says in the Pokédex, mud sludge will not cause sickness if the victim is drenched in several gallons of water within the 5 minutes of encounter. But how can I get drenched? Easy, we have our water Pokemon to use water gun on you. Hold on, you guys have to turn around for this, Polly said. Danny and Ian agreed to, and the water Pokemon come out. Like Cedra, I thought Quaxar was being put away.
No. That was Steve. Steve is the Feraligatr.
Yeah. Quaxar, Cedra, and Lapras shot out water. As Smeagol and Susan cleaning off the dangerous sludge from their bodies. Okay, you can look now. Danny and Ian looked and saw that Susan was not only washed off the scum from herself and her clothes. You got another typo with clothes.
Yep. It's not supposed to be cloths, it's supposed to be clothes.
But she also washed her hair as well. Hey, you were just supposed to clean up just the sludge and not wash your hair too. Danny reminded. I didn't see the reason to putting all that water to waste beside the kimono girl. I have to keep myself clean and beautiful. Like you ever were. What did you say? Nothing, let's just go now. In all the places, because we are reading fanfics, in all the places they have been, Polly and Danny had never seen an ugly, rotting city such as Light River. It was all dirty with glass bottles, paper, and cardboard boxes littering the streets. Oh, the environmental activist is going to have a field day with this place.
Yeah.
Light River City, it looks more like the dark rat-attack infested city to me. I don't feel safe here. I think we should go back. It feels like Gotham.
This feels like Gotham, yeah.
Oh, by the way, my father was asking why I have to read out the fanfic because that's what we are doing.
This is just...
Relax, you forgot that we have red knight on our side. Nothing can stand against her. Red knight is like stay right where you are. I think that you got a typo there again.
So you're like, stay right where you are.
I have got a gun. Everyone stood still, frozen in terror from the frightening threat behind them. Now turn around.
That's supposed to be quotes.
They all look behind them and find a gang of villains dressed in rags and carrying weapons of destruction. Mass destruction! Well, boys, the leader said, look what we have here. Trespassers in our private city. Your city? Well, we didn't know that it was your city, so we would just be going. Then he remarked, believing his plan might actually work. Oh no, you don't. We're going to show you what happens when unwelcome visitors come to bother us. Aren't we, guys? The crew group cheered their leader on with angry cries. Polly and Susan stepped behind Danny and Ian. This isn't right. You're not even giving us a fair fight. Ian complained. I don't care now. Be quiet. I'm tired of seeing your faces. The man holding the gun slightly pulled on the trigger, but his weapon fell apart. The weapons on the other members of the gang had also fell apart and became useless. Well, looks like the tides have turned. Ian remarked, letting out 3 of his Pokemon. Susan and Polly walked up from behind Danny without fear. No, please have mercy. We're really going to shoot you guys. For a brief moment, there was silence, but Ian shouted by saying, "Boo!" The mob yelled at scrambling to hide. We're going to get out of this city right now! Polly commanded. For once in his life, Danny was going to agree with her, but there's another that wanted them to stay.
A giant skarmory that made Jasmine's look like a Pidgey blocked the way they came in. It bobbed its head and screeched at them. Sis, after a moment of deliberation, I have decided to run! As they rushed off in the opposite direction, the skarmory flew after them. When they made turns through the city, sometimes it would stop them and other times it would let them pass. It was as if it was leading them to a specific place. I think I'll put a picture here. Boop. No. Wrong folder. Okay, the right folder is... the right picture is... Where is it? This one. Boop. Okay, so yeah, they're just running through the city, basically.
Man, Susan is having a hard time because she's like, why am I running in this?
Why am I running in a kimono? Boop-a-doo. Okay. So I was reading, right?
Yeah, you are.
Okay. Down alleys, across roads, under bridges, it continued pursuing them. It would not let up. After about 15 minutes, Danny was too tired to run anymore and came to a halt. Now he had no other alternative but to fight. It may be big, but that doesn't mean it can't be beaten. I'll use Red Knight and win. There's just one problem, Danny, Susan came in. What? It's flying away. Hey, she's right, Ian agreed, pointing up. The skarmory that had given them such a scare, and yet it flew away, leaving them alone. Danny tried to understand, but he forgot about it, and as he looked at the building to his right, just by looking at it, he got a wonderful realization. There's the gym! How do you know that's the gym? It looks like an apartment building to me, Polly asked. Well, gee, sis, the huge word gym spelled out with letters 15 yards high, blinking red, kind of hard to hide. Polly looked up higher and saw the sign her brother was talking about. Oh, right. Danny passed through the revolving door at the entrance and walked into the lobby. It was small for a lobby, with 5 rows of trash cans and a man watching over them. He looked to be in his late 20s and had long, dark hair hanging down. He wore a pair of dark sunglasses, clothes. Stop spelling it as cloths. Clothes that were all black leather, similar to Ian's, and around his neck he wore a metal cross. Welcome, trainers, to the most challenging gym in Kanto. Nice outfit, Ian commented. Okay, that's, we've been streaming for like almost 2 hours. I think this is a good place to stop. All right. Yeah. All right, saving. Okay, there we go. We are finished, we're for today, but next time we have got like 50 damn pages of battles.
Good luck to both of us.
Oh, gosh. Okay. See you next time, everybody. Boo. Let's see. Let me just end this.